and Jason, and today we are going to be talking to you about our experience with family coming to visit for the first time since the pandemic happened. But before we do, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell to become part of the family. And all the products that we use in this vlog will be down in the description below. If you like our content, definitely share with your friends and family. It helps our channel and our family grow. With that said, let's just get into it and tell you what we did. The first thing we're going to talk about is what we did during that weekend that our family was here. So Jason's sister, his dad, and our niece and nephew came to visit us from Friday to Sunday night. And let me tell you, it was the most funnest weekend that we've had since March. We enjoyed outside time, we played in the pool, we hosed them down with a hose out back, we enjoyed lunch, we had distance learning in our house for the first time ever. And yeah, we do homeschool Annie, but it was a little different seeing our niece and nephew and understanding the dilemma on how parents feel with distance learning, and props to my sister-in-law, Jason's sister, for dealing with all of that, because it just seems like
she's in kindergarten or anything. She has something that an agenda that she has to follow. But
it's something that we want her to learn.
Yeah,
it's not like
we're just preparing her for kindergarten. Yeah. Basically. With this weekend, we had a blast only because since March we haven't had this opportunity to be with them or to really do a whole lot. And I think too that we pretty much went all out. I mean, we had cake and pie and ice cream,
drumsticks
and toppings and all sorts of stuff for desserts,
hot
dogs, donuts. So we went all out. It was like a cheat weekend basically. Me and my nephew, we played video games as well as my dad. We all played video games together.
Jason introduced them to the show Cobra Kai.
Yep.
Jason's dad also showed us the Goldbergs, which was really hilarious, and we're definitely gonna continue watching that.
Definitely, I think two shows that new shows anyway that we're really into, new to us anyway. Yeah. Cobra Kai, I really like it. I was a huge fan of Karate Kid, and then the Goldbergs. It is very similar to what we're doing now, but what we did as a kid, meaning videotaping the holidays, and the Goldbergs. This kid, I think in the 80s, just recorded everything about his family, so it was very similar to how I grew up.
But the guy that actually created the show, it's based on his life, and he shows, and just like Jason's dad explained it to us and we watched it, at the end of every episode he shows clips that it actually happened in his real life. It's really cool, and props to Jason's dad for showing it to us, because it's literally our kid's life right now.
Yeah, so I mean, and right now we're obviously doing the A&J Famlee vlogs, but I grew up too in a similar way where a lot of the holidays were recorded. But for me, I recorded random things like going to Disneyland and everything I could kind of get my hands on with my recorder as well. So, and then Cobra Kai, of course, with the Karate Kid. I wasn't sure if the show was gonna be good, but I really liked how they went with the characters.
During the weekend, we got a couple of sneak peeks of what we did. So here are a couple of flashbacks from what we did.
He's too up to the book corner. Not quiet and take it down. Tried everything. She painted a picture. Helped build a block city. Made it right.
So that I can teach it better, and then
it's so funny. I turn around and I'm like, we're gonna get back to the seat and I'll look at Ramp Sawyer with the colored pencils.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm taking over. Oh my god, he's so adorable. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That is so funny.
cooling off. Zoe! Whoa!
Hey, Moon. Are you running through the water?
Oh!
He likes the water.
So yours? Huh, so
What?
I think
It's not a lollipop. It's a drumstick.
To me, I look bigger than him.
All right, now that you guys are back, we're going to be talking about how we felt having family here for the first time out of state since the pandemic. Mind you, we haven't had anybody here since Sawyer's party, or almost party, in March. So it was a little crazy, but we handled it and we got it done and it was amazing. So I'll let Jason go first on how he felt.
Leading up to it, I think we definitely thought, are we making the right decision? Should we do this? But I think a couple days, at least before, a week before, I felt very comfortable just having family, not obviously go out in public and hanging out.
Yeah.
But having family over, I felt comfortable with it. It had been a long time, and definitely when they showed up and leading up to it, I think it was something that we were looking forward to and excited about, and the kids started getting excited about it as the days went on. And when they arrived, it exploded. So, I mean, Sawyer and Annie, they went crazy. They're running around everywhere. They're so excited. They're hopped up on all their energy, just seeing their cousins again, and and their grandpa. And so I think it was great. It was great for them. It was great for us to kind of get that relief of getting out of the normal and seeing them again and catching up.
For me, leading up to them coming was just like Jason said. It was like, are we doing the right thing? Are we like positive that they're going to come, because they had to confirm with us that they were coming as well. And so we actually didn't tell Annie and Sawyer that they were coming until about 3 days before they came. So it wasn't like a disappointment or
3 days,
anything.
yeah.
And so leading up to it, as soon as we told Annie, she was like, oh my gosh, Papa's coming, Auntie's coming, like, oh, my cousins are coming. Like, she was so ecstatic. And funny enough, I was the one that actually stayed up for them to get here, because they came at night on Thursday night, and they slept in, and then they were here so they can do the distance learning. And I was the one that was staying up. Jason went to sleep because he had to get up to work in the morning. And Sawyer woke up like about an hour before they got here, and he actually thought that Jason's sister was his mom, and he was so confused but so excited at the same time. And it was really cute, and he actually had a hard time going back to sleep because he was so excited that he saw people for the first time in 7 months. It was really funny. Having people over, and not just Jason and Annie and Sawyer, it felt very out of the ordinary for me at first, and I had to like reacclimate to that. But actually helped my mental health, and it helped me feel a sense of normal again. And it felt like we weren't in a pandemic. We were just having family over, and we were hanging out at the house and enjoying each other's company, watching the kids enjoy each other. And Annie's at that age where she just blew up with excitement. She was so elated that there were people over, and that she had people to give her like spoils and everything like that, and it was fun. And Jason's mom actually did come over one day out of the week, so it was a little bit of our pandemic normal versus our like normal, if that makes any sense. But it was awesome. The feeling of having family here just helped physically, mentally prepare us for what's to come. And that leads us into our next topic, is what are hopes and our plans for the foreseeable future.
I think with a lot of people, what they're doing, we're kind of getting more into that, is spending more time outside, not necessarily in public a lot, but just outside the backyard, basically, walking down our neighborhood, going into the little park area if no one's there, and just keeping our distance, but running and playing outside more.
Yeah, and like I said, we are definitely going to do a full video on this, because this is something that we have been looking forward to since the pandemic started. And we actually took our first long car ride, and we will definitely be talking about that in our next video. So definitely hit that notification bell to be notified when that video comes out, because you're gonna want to see that and hear our fun updates on that. But with that said, we wanted to talk about how Annie took our family leaving. We did not brace ourselves for that.
Yeah.
It was hard. I
think it was a lot harder than we thought it would be on Annie. I mean, Sawyer, he understands when people come over and everything like that, but he is still at an age where it's a little bit easier for him when people leave. He just kind of jumps right back into what we're doing.
Yeah.
With Annie, she's at that age where she understands what's going on.
But she doesn't understand the distance.
No, she doesn't understand that they stayed away necessarily, but when they left, she was devastated. It was really tough on her. My dad, my sister, my niece and nephew, they all could see that Annie was really upset. And Sawyer, of course, is looking at Annie like, what's going on? And he wants to kind of jump in and see if she's sad, I'm sad. So, it was definitely tough. It was really tough.
It was to the point where Annie was literally trying to get in their car and leave with them. Like, she just didn't want them to go. And mind you, our niece is literally 2 years older than her, so she really looks up to her. And our nephew, he was elated when he found out that we were pregnant with her. And from the moment that he held her for the first time, their relationship has just been unbreakable.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually lived with them for 3 months, so their relationship got really strong. And then since we lived out here, it's been a little challenging to keep all their relationships very strong. But those three are unbreakable. They love each other, and they just pick it up right back where they left off. It's not awkward or anything like that. And I actually have a video that I'll show you guys in a couple of minutes of Annie pretend playing, and she takes her little doctor kit and puts a bunch of Legos, and she pretends like the Legos are a cake or something like that. And she goes, I go to Auntie's house and Papa's house to make them happy because I miss them. And she's like, I'm gonna take Daddy's car to go, or I'm gonna ride my scooter. And then after we had to break it to her, it's like, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about going and seeing them. But right now we're gonna have lunch and stay here. And she broke down. And I talked to Jason's sister about it because I've never had to deal with that. Annie is at that age now where she shows that it's breaking her heart, and it broke my heart. And you can ask Jason. Literally for an hour after they left, me and Annie were both crying because I was crying for her. I can see the pain. And the last week, it's been a week since they left, and she's still going through the grieving process of them not being here. And she keeps asking us, when they coming? I want them to come to my house on Saturday because she registers that Grandma comes to my house on Saturday. I want them to come to my house because she doesn't understand the distance. So it's been challenging, and we're trying to find a way to see them again if we just hang out at their house in California, or they come back here for the weekend or longer than that, because distance learning went excellent for them. And they picked it up and it was fine, but it's just finding that sense of family and that sense of and I don't want to speak for Jason, but family means a lot to me, and it means a lot to us, and we want our kids to be around their cousins and their grandparents, and it's been challenging last week to get acclimated back into our quarantine life, if that makes any sense.
I think, seeing my dad, sister, the niece and nephew, my mom also came over as well, to have everyone there. Annie and Sawyer were super excited, and I think it was just that flip side when they leave. So now with Annie understanding and Sawyer kind of trying to emulate what he sees, it's tough. It's tough because we live out here and we want that balance. We want them to have a relationship plus the pandemic, and then I think that all in all is great success, but now understanding, you see that pain of
your child.
Specifically right now with Annie having them leave. So I think that we're trying to balance it out. We're trying to see what we can do to keep their relationship going and her understanding more and more about the distance.
You're not going out the front door. Where do you think you're going?
Running house on
Where do you think you're gonna go? And how do you think you're gonna get there?
Yeah.
How are you gonna get there? A cab? Oh, you're gonna bring that to them? But you said something before I started recording. You said that they're gonna make you happy? Happy why?
Papa's house. Papa's house.
What about Papa's house?
I need them.
You need them?
Yeah.
Why?
I want.
You're gonna walk?
Yeah.
Why do you need Papa?
Mom, I dive.
Huh?
I dive. Mom, I dive.
You're gonna drive?
Yeah. Louis down.
You're gonna drive my car?
Yeah.
And why? Why are you going to Papa's house?
Yeah.
Why?
Need them.
You need them?
Yeah.
Why do you need them?
Now, need this. Money in this, yeah. I'm happy.
Oh, you want to make Brandon and Alyssa happy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm down.
Okay, so you're gonna go?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
a bike. Mom.
You're gonna ride your bike to Papa and
No, my turtle.
what?
My turtle.
Your turtle?
No, my turtle.
Your scooter. You're gonna ride your scooter all the way to Papa and Auntie.
Yeah. I'm bike.
Hey, but before you do that, you have speech.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to do speech.
Do this. My now?
Yeah, you gotta do speech right now. And then what are you gonna do after speech?
Funny, this is us. And then this.
You're gonna give them the present to make them happy?
Yeah. I meet them.
You miss them.
And they know us.
You wanna give them hugs?
With that note, you guys, I think we're going to end the vlog there. We definitely hope that you enjoyed our explanation and our reflection on having family over. You know, it's been a journey, and we want you guys to come along with us. Remember, family, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell to become part of the family. Until then, have a fun-filled day, and we'll talk to you in our next video. See you later.